as you're joining us, we want to know which of Pampered Chef Power Tools do you have, and which do you want to learn more about tonight? What do you love about them? Just tell us what you know. If you're here with your consultant, will you tell us who your consultant is and maybe how you met them, or if you've ever hosted before? We just want to know who's here. So say hi in the chat. If you can't find the chat and you're on a phone, you want to tap the phone and click the ... more. Otherwise, it should be on the bottom panel if you're on a computer. I'm going to get us live streaming in our Facebook group. So if you haven't yet, this is our Power Tools workshop. And let's see here. I didn't realize I had to go through this little hang tight, almost there. Okay, here we go. So we're trying something new tonight. We are going to live stream our workshop into our workshop community group. And so if you haven't found that group yet, we want to invite you to be part of that. So you can have the replays of any workshops that you attended and you want to watch again, or let's say in the future, there's one that you can't make, then we want you to be able to come back and see it anytime. And I am the ticket master tonight. So my name's Katie. I'm so excited to welcome you to our workshop tonight. Tonight we decided to do power tools because our power tools are all on special this month. And so in the future, we're going to be taking each one of these power tools and giving them their own workshop. But I want to just kind of have a nice highlight so that you can see them in action. And you're going to see 4 different recipes or more tonight. And to kick off the year, we wanted you to welcome you. Thanks for being part of this. Team Climb is going to do, for at least the first quarter, we're going to make sure to do a workshop every single month. So look out for that. And there's never an obligation to buy, of course. But after seeing all the sale items tonight and seeing them in action, you're probably going to want something. And so I just want to say up front that you're here with your consultant. So make sure that you reach out to your consultant if you do see something that you love, and they can let you know any special sales, parties that they have going on. And of course, I know you didn't come here to get a new job or anything. You're here to check out the power tools, but we do want to invite you to kind of watch our amazing team, because the culture we have here on our team is so much fun. And we just want you to know that if you need a side gig or you want to be part of something like our fun workshops and be able to reach further into your community as a consultant, it's $25 to join. And we would love to have you or chat with you about what that might look like. The 4 tools that we're showing off tonight just happen to be the 60% off host special for even a minimum party. And so if you were to collect 3 or 4 orders with your consultant in this month, you could pick any one of the items that we highlight tonight and get it 60% off. And we're going to highlight a few items that are part of our New Year's sale as well. All right, so moving on here, a couple of housekeeping things before we get cooking. You do want to use your chat and ask questions. We're going to be playing our ticket game. I'm going to be your ticket master tonight. So ask questions, and at the end, I'll draw for prizes. But we will try to answer all of your questions as long as time allows. And if we don't get to it, then we'll be able to, with the replay, we'll be able to answer your questions there. But I'll make sure to take note of all the questions, get you tickets. You get 1 ticket into our door prize drawing when you ask a question about one of the products that you see tonight. You get 2 entries for our drawing when you ask about hosting a party. And listen, we're okay with you just being competitive. So if you just want to ask questions about hosting and you don't really care to host, that's okay. You can still just ask the questions for the people that are not brave enough to type it in, or maybe they can't find their chat. And then you get 3 entries into our drawing for every question you ask us about being a consultant or our team, or kind of how that works. And we'll try and get to your questions as we do our demos. But without further ado, I think we should go ahead and get started. Before we can give our prizes away, we need to check out these products. So first up, we're going to hear from Erin Sweeter, and Erin is, oh, there, she's already got it, is going to talk to us about the cooking blender. So let me spotlight you, Erin. Go ahead and say hi.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right.
Look at you, adorable.
Yeah, this is my son Wyatt. He often helps me cook. He loves to cook. He also likes to do these live demos so everyone can see how much he knows about our products. Before I show you the cooking blender, I also want to highlight our everyday pan rock wrap, because it is on sale. It's one of our sale items for the New Year's sale. I actually took some potatoes and used our rapid prep mandolin, and one of the consultants is going to demo this too. I use this so much for anything that I need to dice or chop or slice. I threw it into the rock here, and then we're just going to salt and pepper this. Do you want to do that, buddy? So he's going to use our salt and pepper grinder. I'm going to actually throw this in the microwave and then add these potatoes to the cheesy potato soup that I'm making in our blender. I like my soup with just a little bit of chunks in it instead of just creamy. So the everyday pan also comes with a little recipe guide, which is fun. So you get that too. That's pretty good. He actually picked out his favorite, which is the glazed Asian pork ribs. This goes on the grill. So this is the pan that can go everywhere. It can go on the stovetop, in the oven, on the grill, in the microwave. It's kind of a every pot wonder. So I'm going to set it to the side, and then I will cook those potatoes once we get our potato soup started in our blender. So what we're first going to do is add the broth. Now the recipe does call for vegetable broth, but I used chicken stock. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to stick that in there. The best part about this is not having to chop all the vegetables, because the blender is going to do that for you. So then the next thing we need is 4 tablespoons of butter. So you want to do this. Let me throw that in there. Just half of a stick. I'm going to put this out in the blender. Oh. And then we need salt. So let me do the salt. And fresh thyme. So I actually have a fresh thyme plant. I'm not a real big green thumb, but I keep this on top of my counter by my sink so that I can have some fresh thyme, and I have a sage plant, and I was able to use our herb stripper for the fresh thyme to get that stripped down into the little easy read measuring cup. So he's going to add the fresh thyme, and then we need potatoes. So I have 1.5 cups of potatoes about. Really, I'm leaving these whole. They're just going to blend in there and cook, which is awesome. So why don't you put one at a time so it doesn't splatter you. He's gonna put the potatoes in there. Then we have an onion, and it says half of a medium onion, but we're not big onion people. The kids won't eat it if I have too much onion. So I actually just did half of a small one. Just cut it in half. He's gonna throw that in there too. And we need a small carrot. I'm going to cut these in half just so that it fits a little bit easier in there. And 1 celery stalk. So that's going in there too. And we need 2 cloves of garlic. So this one I already removed. He's going to remove the other one. So you got to just roll it back and forth. So we're using the garlic sleeve. And I actually use this a lot. It's great for removing the peel, and it works so much easier than trying to peel it yourself.
And you can use it with little candies too.
Yes, he's right. One of my consultants actually told me that if you ever have a recipe that you have caramels and they're all wrapped, instead of trying to individually wrap them, put the caramel in the sleeve and it will like unwrap it for you. So that's a fun tip for you. So I'm gonna put this one in there. How are you doing with that? Did it come out?
No.
Oh, there it is.
Is it done?
No, I think you just slipped it up. So let me try just a little bit more. You really have to just turn it in your hand. You probably have too little a hand to close it. And then once we get the garlic in there, we will put the lid on and start blending. And that's all it is. So throw that in there. So that is all of our main ingredients. I'm going to, go ahead and put the lid on. I don't want this way. And then you're going to turn it and they'll be able to turn it away from you. Oh, there, you have to put it on backwards. So you hear that little sound and then it'll let you turn it. So I'm not going to run it quite yet until I get off mute, so I'm not hurting your ears. But I did want to show you that earlier I made cashew butter in here, super easy, super quick. And then also a roasted red pepper almond dip. And this is so good. This is literally the first time that I made it and I am in love with it. The recipe calls for walnuts, but I subbed it with almonds because my daughter is allergic to walnuts. And it's just as great with the almonds. So these two things I made right when I got the kids from school. It was super quick to make. And then I just put the blender on the wash setting in between and it was able to wash it up for me. I didn't have to worry about it. I was doing other things. That is my favorite feature of this is the self-cleaning mode. And I love being able to do it. So there's heated wash, smoothie, grind, alternative milk, soup, heated puree, jam, and sauce. So right now I'm going to switch it to the heated puree, the soup. We're going to get it going there and the potatoes, and then hopefully it'll be done when we come back to me. And I can't wait to see what everyone else makes.
Couple of quick questions for you, Erin. How, when you're using the herb stripper, does it also chop it up, or how? Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, so this is just thyme. So it's like tiny little things. So you actually put it in the way so the leaves go up. I'll actually want to pull it so that the leaves are there instead of going with it. If I were to pull for the leaves pointing down, then it wouldn't come out, but I'll just show you here. So we're going to go to the smallest setting and then you want to pull. Whoops. So it doesn't chop it, but it just strips it off of the stem. It's kind of hard with two people, but he really wants to help. And so there it is. The actual good part is just in the bottom, and then your stem is right here. So
two more real quick questions for you, Erin. They want to know, how long have you been with Pampered Chef, and what do you like most about it? And the other question is, what's your tip for cleaning the rock crock?
Okay. First, I have been a consultant since the very end of October in 2019, so a little over 2 years. And I could say that the first reason why I joined was the products. Then I had didn't realize that I could have a good commission that would help us not live paycheck to paycheck. So that's why I kept doing it. And then I stayed because of all of the people that I've met and the family and the support and the joy that it's brought to my life. So my why has changed. And then for cleaning the rock crock, no, I haven't had anything that is stuck on too bad that I wouldn't be able to just clean with regular soap dishwasher. If you do have something that's like stuck on there, I would recommend using like a baking soda paste and just kind of giving it a little scrub. I use that with my stones as well. So I imagine it would work just as well with the rock crock too.
That's great. Thank you so much, Erin. We can't wait to connect and see how things are going here in just a little bit. And we're going to introduce Miss Julie to you. So Julie is a leader on our team, and she is going to share our voted favorite so far. We'll have to vote again. We're going to have her share the air fryer. So Julie, will you say hi? You might be muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Can hear you. Yep.
Good. Hi, I'm Julie. I'm a director on Team Climb, and I'm here tonight to talk about the air fryer. That's my power tool. But before I talk about the air fryer, I want to talk about the Rapid Prep Mandolin. So the Mandolin has like a leg here, a stand, so that it's got sort of like brakes on it so it doesn't slide around on you. This is where the blade is, which you can close that so it's not exposed. And this is also where you put the chute to put your food in. To put your, you have to put the lock on here, sorry. So that locks in here with this. This, when you are not using it, goes all the way down so that when you store it. And then this is your food pusher. So tonight with the air fryer, I'm going to throw some French fries in there. So I'm going to just on the back, there's different settings for French fries, thick cut, straight cut, and all different kinds of widths. And you can also julienne with this, dice. I mean, there's all kinds of things to do with the Rapid Prep Mandolin. All your vegetables, everything is super easy. I've even seen consultants rice cauliflower, shred their Brussels sprouts. So it's very handy to use. This basket fits in here to catch everything. And I'm just going to, I have a whole potato that I had sitting in water that I was waiting. So now I'm putting it in the chute right back here. And then it's just this easy. So that was a whole potato. And now I'm going to roast these. I did pull out my favorite seasoning is the salt and vinegar seasoning. I like to put that on my French fries. I like salt and vinegar chips too. So I'm just going to put some olive oil and these potatoes in the air fryer and make those and roast those in there. And your air fryer, which is right behind me here, I'm just going to move you. This is the air fryer. And one of the best features is that this door actually comes out. There's little pieces right here and you just pinch them together and the door comes out so you can clean it really easily. And there's 2 trays that it comes with. And then also there is a basket that you can hold. This is how you would get, like you would fill this with chicken wings, egg rolls, French fries, anything that you want to turn on the rotisserie setting. There's several settings on here. There's the air fry, the bake, roast, rotisserie, preheat, dehydrate. So you can do all kinds of things in this. A funny story, like when I first started, I had one of my cousins, she bought this and she was hesitant if she wanted it or not. And she couldn't stop talking about it after she got it and all the things that she made. She kept making rotisserie chickens and she's like, this is the best thing ever. And I love this thing. And she would tell me all the time, I did Brussels sprouts tonight. Now I did this and I was so excited. And I said, I'm like, well, I'm glad you like it. It is a really super nice thing. And it's very popular. A lot of people love our air fryer. And she coined it the Ferrari of air fryers. So that's how I think about it all the time, is that we've got the Ferrari. So I'm just going to, which is a little tip for you, is a lot of us buy these little sheets that go onto just thin little wax sheets, and it just makes it easier. I'm going to fill up my trays with French fries, season them, and then I'm just going to turn this on and air fry them. And then we'll come back to it after. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to talk about was you can actually hard boil your eggs in this. I mean, we don't even have to boil water anymore. We can just use our air fryers. And apparently they turn out perfectly. That's one of my things. I just bought some eggs tonight. So I'm going to try making hard boiled eggs in it tomorrow. So I don't know if we have any questions.
Yeah. So a couple of quick questions. So are you going to season those fries with the salt and vinegar that you mentioned?
Yes.
And
I love it.
And the other question we had is, so I thought the air fryer was about no oil. would you need to add oil to the potatoes?
No, you wouldn't need to. I just like I like the seasoning to actually stick to the potatoes. I'm one of those people that likes the flavor on it. So I put a little bit of oil as I mix them together with the seasoning. And it doesn't have to have tons. You can just you don't have to put oil at all if you don't want to. I just like the seasoning to be on it.
Right. Okay. So the other question we got about the air fryer was, what's your tip for cleaning the tools, or is there a suggested way to store? And maybe some of our other consultants, if you have answers to how you store it, or your ideas for cleaning, anybody have those, that's cool too.
I mean, I store mine I leave mine on the counter. I use mine every day. I actually got rid of my toaster oven because you can toast in here. So I toast bread, bagels, English muffins, all of that can go in here. It takes like 4 minutes on the air fries. So I don't put mine away. I don't store it anywhere. In terms of cleaning, we have this is the Pampered Chef brush. And I use this a lot. Like, for instance, when I cleaned it before this started, because mine was dirty, I use this brush to just go back and forth on it with some running water on it. And it all came off. So.
And they're dishwasher safe. Those trays are. What about those wax things? Those aren't Pampered Chef, so do you want to know where you got those?
They're not. These are Amazon, but it just makes it. They're super thin, so when you put your stuff on there, it still goes through there as if it's not there. It just doesn't make as much of a mess for you if you're making something messy. I tend to like make a lot of chicken strips in here with the breading, and the breading falls off a lot, and this catches it, or fish. Like I've had breaded fish and I use these underneath it. You don't have to use them, obviously, but for me, it's all about the cleanup and being done.
Yes.
And
yes.
it does come with a cooking bag.
Love it. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Julie. I think I saw another question. Oh, does it produce steam when you're cooking certain things? I haven't noticed that, but have you? Okay.
Nope.
All right, cool. Thank you. Well, we can't wait to see those French fries once they are all taken care of. Yum. The air fryer is probably my first or second favorite product. I love it. All right, so up next, we are going to highlight our Deluxe Grill and Griddle. Kim is going to tell us all about that. Now, don't forget, you guys can ask your questions in the chat. Ask us about hosting a party, what that's like, how that works. You can ask us like, what do you get when you host? How do you host? What kinds of parties are there? I'm just kind of helping you out here. And then you can also ask about being a consultant. So far, Sarah is in the lead with the most questions. So keep them coming, guys. Okay. And Kim, let's take it away. Tell us all about this grill and grill, because I know a lot of people are here tonight to see that.
Okay. So the Deluxe Grill is my absolute favorite thing. This gets used seriously multiple times a week, if not every day of the week. So I'm making grilled pizza tonight, which is actually one of my favorite things to make. I have one ready for you. I went all like Food Network cooking show style, where I've got the food ready for you on the side. But what I did is I used just a refrigerated crust and I grilled it on the grill setting for 3 minutes. Okay. If you sprinkle some cornmeal down on a cutting board, and the powdered sugar shaker is perfect for that. That's actually what's in here. It's not even powdered sugar, it's cornmeal. But if you sprinkle that down and then roll out your crust, and then if you have a thin crust, it works great. If it's a thick crust, I use the pizza roller to thin it out a little bit, and then cornmeal the other side a little bit. It goes straight on the grill, and then you don't have to spray it at all. It won't stick. And then you grill it for 3 minutes. Then you add your favorite toppings. So I'm going to do my pizza sauce. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I literally started that other pizza that's done when Aaron started talking, and it's already finished. So it is that fast. It's actually faster to do this than it is to preheat your oven and then bake a frozen pizza that doesn't taste nearly as delicious. It's that quick. So I'm just doing pizza sauce, and I'm using our all-purpose spreader to do that. And then I like that we can make it custom. So I'm going to do half and half here. And I've got hamburger in our nonstick pot. And if you didn't notice me just put the handle back on, I totally did, because the handles come off. And so my pot can sit on the top of my very busy counter right here and not be in the way. So I'll show you. It's cooled off enough. There's a button that I pulled back, and then it's off. And so I can put it on there, handle off to the side. Okay, so I did some hamburger on one side for me. I have over here a pepperoni and hamburger pizza for my children. Well, by children, I mean my husband and my daughter. On this one, I'm making for myself and my son, and we do veggies. So I used the manual food processor to very quickly dice up some onions with absolutely no tears. That's half of an onion, took me like half a second. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to do some bell peppers too. So I'm going to slide this over. So here's the start of our pizza. I'm going to get it out of my way. So I've got a bell pepper, and I'm just going to slice the top off. If you have not seen the scoop loop, I'm just going to take a second to show you because it's one of my very, very favorite things. Number one, it's a really awesome cookie cutter. It's got some little ridges to it. So you can make snowmen or light bulbs or flip-flops or whatever kind of sugar cookie you want to make all year long. But I'm going to take it, it's semi-flexible, and I'm just going to rub it on here to pull the inside out of my pepper. So number one, way easier and safer than using a knife. Number two, if you were doing stuffed peppers, you notice the bottom's intact, so it won't, all your stuff doesn't come out of it. And I had at one party, somebody told me that they take peppers and they clean them out. And then for like barbecues in the summer, they put condiments in them and then just put it out on the table. And then there's no cleanup because you just toss the whole thing. That was genius. Never even knew that was an idea. So I'm going to stick some pepper in here real quick. So in here, it's clear. It has measurements on the side, and then there's just a little blade, and it's got 3 blades at different heights so that it doesn't just spin your food. It actually cuts it. Move it just close enough that y'all can see it. So I'm going to put this top on, and it has on here where you can lock it closed for storage. But I'm literally just going to set it on top, and I'm going to pump. And since it's clear, I can see how it is, and so you can get it as far as you want. If my daughter did this, those onions would have been onion soup because she just keeps going and going and going. But I did not do that. So real quick, this easy. And then you can see my pepper's all diced up. And this is all dishwasher safe. The lid, I just take some soapy water and wipe it off and rinse it off, but it was that quick and easy. So I'm gonna dump this into a bowl for my toppings. So then I like veggies. My son likes veggies. And then I'm gonna do some mozzarella cheese. And then I do Italian seasoning and our, of course, sea salt on top just for extra flavor. So I'm just gonna throw that on here real quick and then get on that grill. So the grill, like I said, I did the grill setting for 3 minutes to do the crust. And then what I did is I switched it to a custom setting for 9 minutes. And you can actually do top and bottom. So my top is set to 480 and my bottom is set to 250. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to top melt this. So the crust is pretty much cooked through, but I need to melt the cheese. So I did the 2 different temperatures, and then I'm going to be able to, I'll show you in a second, I'll be able to hover it so that it doesn't touch the cheese, because nobody wants the cheese to melt and pull off. That would not be great. But I use this seriously every day. We do steaks on here. I do veggies, like roasted veggies, almost like broccoli and onions and carrots. You can do burgers. You can do any kind of meat. There's a probe for it. So I grill chicken for my lunches every week, and I can do the whole week's worth at one time. And I use the probe, and so it cooks to the 165 and then shuts off. So I never have undercooked chicken and I never have overcooked chicken. It's always perfect. And then we do pork chops on here. The best pork chops ever is if you take our spicy pineapple rub and you just marinate for even like 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be very long. The pork chops, stick them on the grill and do the probe to like 145 or however you like your pork well done or not. It is seriously the best. That's all that it is. It's pork chops and the spicy pineapple, and it is the best thing ever. Okay, so I'm just sprinkling veggies on.
And we have so many questions. I'm going to start firing them away so they can watch. So what do you mean you don't cry with the onions? Tell us more about that.
So I put the onion in here. I'm still not crying. I touched the onion. So I put the onion in here, and then the crying actually comes from the juices releasing. So I closed it in. This is completely sealed off. And then I let this do the work. So by the time I opened it up, the onions were done, but the juices were settled again. So no tears, seriously.
And we just need you to confirm for us, this is dishwasher safe. Tell us about that.
So the top of the manual food processor, I just take soapy water and wipe off there, and if I need to on the handle, and then rinse and dry. But this part, promise it's dishwasher safe. I always put it on the top rack. Blade, dishwasher safe, because nobody wants to slice their fingers open. And there's even a plastic lid that if you prep too much of the onion, there's a plastic lid that fits perfectly over that. And so you can do a whole bunch of onion at one time and then store it in the fridge already diced up.
And the plates in the actual grill and griddle can be taken off in the dishwasher as well. Put in the dishwasher.
Correct. Yes. And now, because my pizza's all topped and ready, I'm going to move you. Because my grill's way over here. So
They want to know if it tastes like a gas grill or how it compares to a gas grill flavor wise.
So we do have a gas grill, and I think it tastes the same. Like when we do burgers and steaks, it gets really hot, so you get the grill marks. And then I think like you can get the char on it, all of that. If you like the charcoal flavor, you'll miss a little of that, but add a little liquid smoke or something to your food. But if it's a gas grill, yeah, totally the same.
And we had a question about being able to turn one side off. And I know that that's not an option, but you can make them different temperatures. Like you were saying, if you want to just use one, you could turn the top one low or something like that.
Right. So I'll show you. There we go. Okay. So I've got it on here, and I'm going to need my hands. There we go. So I'm going to close this, but over on the side, if you can see the little notch, I got you propped on my sink, so I hope you don't fall. I'm moving the thing right there, and then I'm just going to pop this so that it hovers. So you can see it's not touching. So you can cook 3 different ways, and I'm going to press this button so it starts to add. So you can cook it totally closed. You can do it like this so it top melts, or on the side, this silver button, whenever I pull that, I can flip this flat. So if you were doing like pancakes and eggs, it'd be totally flat and you could do it. But this is how there's a top bottom button. So I chose my custom setting, set it for the 9 minutes, and then I push this. So you can see it's flipping back and forth. So it's telling me my top temperature is 480 and my bottom temperature is 250. You can also do it both settings the same. If you were doing the probe that I was talking about, it's real easy. It just pops in on the side here. You just want to make sure that you hear it click, because it will look like it's in, but if you don't hear the click, it is not in. And then it has a probe setting. So you set the probe. So like with chicken, I would pick that I want the grill plates to be 400 degrees, for example, but then I'd press probe and I would set the probe to 165. And so that's the temperature I want my food to cook to. So like on this pizza, it's counting down time because I'm cooking for 9 minutes. But if it was chicken, right here, it would be telling me the temperature of my chicken, and it would go all the way till it's 165, and then it would shut off. And yes, the grill plates come off and go in the dishwasher. It's just real quick, that button and that button, and they pop right off.
It is really, really easy. So the other question we had was if you can buy a replacement probe, which I don't know for sure, but I assume you can. Does anyone here know?
Yes, I actually just had somebody, she just got a grill and didn't realize she threw it out with the packaging. It's $10 for a replacement probe. I just found out.
Awesome. Very good. I think that's all of our questions for now, but keep asking in the comments. We can always come back. We're gonna go ahead.
Katie, I'm gonna show you really quick. I forgot that I had the other one ready. So that's the finished up pizza. You can see it nice and yummy. My husband does not do a lot of cheese. And one last thought for you. Let me see if I can prop you there. Is if you do not have it, the pizza and crust cutter is the best thing ever. It slides right through it. And then this side is for like if you did order delivery and they never cut it through all the way, you can pop down into the crust and just get what you need. It's the best.
It is
Okay, I think
the
that's all
it
of
is
the
the
things.
grown up pizza cutter. That is for sure. I love it.
Yes.
Sorry, you guys. I'm like really looking in at that pizza. So, we're gonna take the slightest time out. You can keep asking your questions, but one of the questions that came in was, what do you get when you host a party? And I am going to actually share my screen here so that you guys can see the host special for January. This is incredible. Lo and behold, look at the air fryer, the cooking blender, the grilling griddle. And then we're going to hear about the Flex Plus here in just a second, but that's 60% off. You get to pick one of these for 60% off when you have a qualifying party, which is $200. That's almost always 3 orders. If they're a little smaller, 4 or 5 orders, or it could be in 1 or 2. So you should totally talk to your consultant about collecting some orders this month. Get one of these to add to your collection. And up here, you also get free products. So in addition to that deal, when you host and you get $300, it's free stuff, and it just goes up and up until when you get to $650, only January, it doubles. So our normal $650 party is going to give you $115 free, but in January, you work with your host to get those 10, 12 orders from friends and family that need this stuff, right? It's going to be $230 free. And I will just pop in that we are having a sale through January 31st on some of these products that you're getting to see in action, like that manual food processor is 10 or 12 bucks cheaper in January, and you could too not cry when you are cutting your onions. So I wanted to just give that a little bit of a plug. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to, oh, and dill. Someone asked about dill. So if you have a recipe for a dill seasoning, we want to hear from you in the comments, because we had someone say, hey, in my kit, we got some dill seasoning. My favorite thing to do with dill, of course, is like dill with sour cream and do a dill dip. But I also love dill cream sauce, which is just dill. You do heavy whipping cream. You can put a little bit of vinegar or lemon in it and put that over potatoes, and it is so delicious. It's a Czech special. I learned that in Prague. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on. We want to hear about our newest power tool, the Flex Plus. So do we have Lisa? There you are.
I am here.
Hello, tell us all the things.
All right. So tonight I'm making rigatoni pasta with roasted tomato vodka sauce. But before I show you the Flex Plus in action, I want to show you all of the different pieces that it comes with, because it's not just one power tool, it's 3. So the first part that I'm going to show you is the cordless mixer. So it comes with the mixer, and this is like the main power tool. So this is what you need for everything. And it comes with 2 batteries. And I'll tell you that I don't remember the last time that I charged these batteries since I got it. And I just charged both of them tonight, and they were done charging in probably both of them in probably like an hour. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to pop that battery on. And then how the mixer works is, again, this main tool just goes into the hand mixer. And then again, you can pick the different whisks that you need for the mixer. And there's a little safety tool on this one where you just have to push it to the side. And then when you move this forward, it starts. And then you just push this little piece back and it's done. So that's the hand mixer. What's nice about this is that it's cordless, so I can bring it from my island to the other side of the table. Super cool. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. So with my pasta tonight, we're going to grind up some Parmesan. So this is the food processor. And again, our same main tool here is what we're going to use for the food processor. So what I did first is I have the blade in here. This is your like regular chopping blade if you want to do, I don't know, vegetables. And then I've got the grater blade in here. So I've got it on the fine setting. And then I'm just going to pop this on and I'm going to lock it. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put our main power tool piece, I'm gonna put it right in here until it clicks into place, which it is. And then it has this cool safety feature on it, so that when you're using the Immersion Blender or even the food processor, you actually have to like unlock it, so to speak. So right here is that safety button. Okay, so Maya wants to help me here. We're gonna put our Parmesan cheese in, and I'm gonna hit that safety button, and then you can see that it's on by the blue dots here. It also has a plus and a minus for the speed and the intensity. So for this, I actually want it to be on the highest speed. So I'm gonna hit the safety again, and I'm gonna hit the plus and make sure that it goes all the way to the 5. And then we're gonna just hit this power button here in order to have it go. So, ready, Maya?
Mhm.
You don't have to push very hard. Don't push, don't push. And that's how it works. Super cool. Okay, so we've got some Parmesan cheese ready for our pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because I need it for the Immersion Blender. So again, here's the other attachment for the Immersion Blender. Again, I'm just gonna pop it on. And again, I'm gonna need to use that safety tool before I am able to get this to work. So for my recipe, I just wanna let you know what I did ahead of time. I tried to prep things because it takes a little bit longer. So I already cooked my pasta and I already roasted my vegetables. So I have 6 tomatoes, I've got a half an onion, I've got 3 garlic cloves. I just put a little bit of olive oil on a sheet pan, put some salt on. I threw it on the broil setting for probably, how long was that, Maya? I think it was like 12 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, something like that. And then I just threw it in our batter bowl here because it's easy to pour. So I'm gonna move you so that you can see this a little bit better. Sorry if I'm making me all sick. Okay, so here's our pot. Okay, and we are going to dump this in here. And then we're going to take our Immersion Blender, and again, I'm going to hit the safety setting. And I actually want this on a medium setting, so I have it on 3. And then I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's just chopping everything all up. Okay, so I'm gonna have Maya actually finish this for me so that I can tell you about our enameled cast iron skillet with lid. I'm gonna grab your stool. Okay, there you go. Go ahead. I'm going to turn you a little bit here. So I know that Katie just told you guys about our sale items. I just wanted to touch base a little bit on our enameled cast iron skillet with lid. This is one of my favorite items. I actually keep it on my stove all the time. So just wanted to show that to you. It's $144.50 until the end of January. So awesome, awesome deal on it. All right, how's it coming? Does it look good?
Yeah.
Cool. So then we're just going to go ahead and add in a half a cup of our heavy whipping cream. We've got a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Oops, sorry, we'll put you back. We'll throw that in there. And then, like, the best thing that there is, the vodka.
Oh.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and, you have to turn the safety on again. And then you should be able to go ahead and hit it. Yep. And that's it. Super easy to use. I did also want to say that all of our electrics do come with a little pamphlet that has recipes in there, how to use the products, best settings to use the products on. So yeah, super easy.
You girls are getting lots of love in the comments. You guys are adorable, so fun. Thank you. So a couple of quick questions that came in. I know that the Flex Plus is super new, but we did have a question: how durable are the blades on that blender? Any thoughts on that since you've used it a few times more than me?
Yeah, I think that they're very durable. I honestly have had a food processor in the past that I was very, very hard on. And this seems to stand up very, very well.
Awesome. And what about the set? Does it only come in a set? Can you buy them separately? Do you know that answer?
Yes, it only comes in a set.
Okay. And you can get the whole set 60% off for hosting. Let's see if there's anything else.
You can also earn the Flex Plus if you join our team.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So one of our consultant questions was, you don't have to have sales every month. So why don't you tell them about that and how they might earn the Flex Plus, like what that might look like?
Sure. So you don't have to sell every month in order to stay on as an active consultant. So you just need $20 in sales every 6 months to stay active. But in order to keep your career sales, which is just your cumulative sales month over month, in order to get promotions and stuff, you need at least $150 every other month. If you sign up as a consultant, we have what's called fast track rewards, where you have the ability to earn products for free and extra money by hitting certain levels. So this month, actually, I think it's for the next, is it 90 days, Katie?
Yeah.
That you can earn the Flex Plus? Yes. So for the first 90 days, you can earn, if you get $12.50 in sales, you can earn the Flex Plus for free.
Yes, you gotta join before that deal goes away. So Sarah, who's watching with you, says, how big is your team currently? It's -1, Sarah. It's -1.
That is a really good question. What'd you say? Do you know what it is? Is it 21?
I don't know. I said -1 because Sarah hasn't joined yet.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I actually just had 4 team members join this month so far. And so I lost count of where I'm at. I think I'm at 15.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Gosh, girls, you did an awesome job. Thank you for sharing our newest one. I love that they pointed, oops, what did I do? Oh, there we are. So I love that they pointed out that they make sure to give you a cooking guide for all of our electric products, our power tools, because we know that it's going to be a learning curve. And we know that it's going to take a little bit of intention on your part to get them out and start using them and try new things. So super fun to open up those boxes. They make them real pretty, and then you have something to do. I always go to that cooking guide over and over, and when people ask me questions, I know that the answer is in that guide, and so I can look like a superstar too, knowing the answer by looking the guide. Okay, so we had a few extra questions. Gosh, I hope you guys have had a lot of fun watching. We're going to go and see if anyone is ready to see what's new, but let me answer these couple of other questions that came in that didn't have a place. So do you mostly need to preheat the griddle and grill? Yes, it will preheat for you, and it kind of circles, and then it says add. And when it says add, that means your food is ready to be added. And just like a skillet, you want it to be heated up before you get started. We had a question about, so you don't have to have sales every month. Lisa took care of that one. No, you don't. And there was another one here. If you became a consultant, what happens if you don't have sales for 1 or 2 months or more? And that answer, so Lisa said something about the cumulative sales. When you're a brand new consultant, you want to have sales to get your new consultant rewards. But let's say you're just joining to get a discount, to be part of a community. Maybe you're really intrigued by getting a monthly workshop and sharing that with your friends and family. And you're like, oh, I'll give them a sale. We'll do a sale once a month or something. You just want it to really be a community thing. that's totally fine. They don't kick you out and say you're no longer a consultant until you haven't submitted a $20 order in 5 months. So you drop off in that 6 months. So it's really, really easy to be an active consultant. If you decided within that 6 month time period, I'm going to throw a party together, then, you're back active in good standing, and you're always welcome on our team, whether you sell something each month or not. Let's see. I think there was one more question, and then if anyone's ready, be ready to share. So if I am hosting a party and I'm leaving for vacation and I won't have my phone much, would I still be able to be interactive and enjoy vacation as the party wraps up? So yeah, I mean, if you're headed on vacation and you want to do your party while you're away, you can just check in once or twice a day. Like for those that host with me, and I'm sure it's very similar for all of our consultants, we do the parties over an extended period of time. It might be 3-5 days, a week or whatever. And so that is so that you only have to spend 30 seconds a day, a minute here and there. At the very end, before you put in your host order, you will want to sit down and go through and see who said yes to my party, because you want to thank them. Thanks for coming to my party. Obviously no obligation to order. Do you want me to send you the catalog? Saying something like that when you host, that's typically why orders come in, because they like that personal touch. So let's say you're on vacation during your party, your consultant can extend your party link, and until you finalize your order, you still have time to finish it up. So enjoy your vacation, host the party. We can do all the things. And if you want to get it in for like January, if maybe that's why you're asking, hey, I'm doing my party, I want to make sure it's in January. We can submit a January party a couple days into February. So you could still do the party and then be able to take a day or two to decide on your order. I hope that helps. If anyone has clarifying questions, they have more questions, please let us know. Let's check in with our recipes. Is anyone ready to show us the progress or your final product?
I'm ready.
Oh, all right. Julie, let's hear it.
So my fries are done. I don't know.
Yep, we see you.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can't see it. I can't see where anybody is. So here are my fries. Can you see those? From the air fryer.
Okay, there we go. I spotlighted you. Those look really good.
So here are my fries. So I put that on for about, I think I did 16 minutes, and then I added about 4 more minutes just because I like them a little bit more crispy. They're delicious.
Love it. Thank you. Okay, someone else said that they were ready to.
I think it was Aaron.
Aaron did, yeah. I'm ready.
Show us. I've got you spotlighted.
Yeah, so the potatoes were done in 10 minutes. They were done way before my soup was done. So what happens with the soup is it does take just a little bit, and when you're trying to heat something, it's going to come to temperature, and then once it comes to that temperature, it'll count down. It was like 15 minutes. When it was completely done, I added 4 ounces of cheese. So if you were watching my video on the side, you could see me plopping the cheese in through the hole here at the top. And then added some pepper and just hit the pulse. And that just pulses it a little bit. So I'll show you what the potatoes look like. And you don't need to do the potatoes. You can just do the soup, but I'm just weird and like chunky soup. So there are my potatoes. And they're still warm because this rock holds in heat really well. And then I will just add my soup to it. And pour that in. This is super hot soup here. Very yummy though. I'm excited. And it fits actually perfect in this everyday pan. So I actually love the bowls too. These are the Stoneware Bowls. These you can have them go in the oven, but we use them for every day. They are also from PC. And then our little, we call them baby shark mitts. This is what I use to get this out of the microwave. And I did use a cheese knife to cut my cheese. That's new this fall. And I love our straining ladle. So I'll just strain in some soup. ladle in, not strain.
They want you to do the blender, cleaning the blender.
Oh yeah, I could do that next while someone else is showing their stuff. So there's my soup, yummy. Be able to eat that. And then yeah, what I'll do is just put 3 cups of water and just like a few drops of soap, and then put it on there and hit the heated wash, and it'll wash up for me. So while somebody else is talking, they can that can be washed. I also forgot to tell you that this is a taper. And I used this when I was making my cashew butter. It can be scary right away because you think you're going to get it caught in the blade, but it actually won't let you go down far enough. It's going to stop before it could even hit the blade. So you use this whenever you're grinding something like the peanut butter to get all the stuff to go down and grind. But yes, I'll put some stuff in this, get this going so you can watch the heated wash.
Awesome. I love the sound of the heated wash. It's like wonk, wonk, wonk. My husband loves to make fun of it. All right. Anybody else want to show us their food before we finish up here tonight?
I'm ready, Katie.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's half of the pizza.
The other half is gone.
Well, my husband already ate all of his.
So
That's
good.
my half. And I wanted to show, I did go ahead and clean. So just a little bit of soapy water. If you were watching my video, you saw that happening. And then I'll show you how easy it is. I also have the baby shark mitts. These are great for the air fryer too, by the way.
Totally.
And so I'm just going to show you when you press the button. These are still a little hot, which is why I'm using that. It pops right out. And then the plates are actually dishwasher safe, but they are non-stick. So they're super easy to just hand wash. I normally hand wash because we seriously use this more often than I run my dishwasher. So, which is almost every day. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's awesome. I want to be more like these girls. How much fun was it to watch them cook tonight? Okay. So let's wrap up with our door prize drawing. And here's what I want you to do. If you are a guest of ours, you're not a consultant at this time, totally join us, $25. Let's do it. But if you are not a consultant, will you please just real quick in the chat, just put the name of your consultant in the comments. And that way I'll be able to see, who all was here, and we can follow up with you. So 3 ways to get Pampered Chef. As always, 1 is to order Pampered Chef, of course, right? So you connect with your consultant. They'll tell you what sales deals are going on. We've got the New Year flyer happening. And I want to show you, this is unbelievably awesome. I'm going to share my screen and show you this really cool thing. No, there's my cheat notes. Don't look. I take notes. All right. So we are doing a winter jam, starts tomorrow. We want every single one of you to come. This is a no buying party. I always like to say, like, if you want to buy something, talk to your consultant, but this is a no buying party. This party is specifically for our team, and our team, our expanded team. You guys asked how big we were. Team Climb, who's putting on this workshop for you, we're about 300 in strength. We've got lots of leaders. We've got a really fun culture, but expanded beyond that, we've got a couple thousand people on our upline group, and that's who's putting this on, which means they can give away the big dog prizes. And we are giving away a saute and steam pan, which is a piece of cookware. It's like $300. The stoneware starter set, which is over $150, and one of our rapid prep mandolins, all for free. That is happening this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so I'm going to pop this link here into our chat. And so what I want you to do is click on that link. Don't leave us just yet, but click on that link, join that party with your consultant, and you can be entered in to win those prizes as well. So thank you for being here. I think we answered all of your questions. If I missed any, I'll be going through the chat again to make sure that we get your questions answered. Make sure you're in our workshop group. We'll have the replay there as well. We're going to do 3 door prizes tonight. And I'm going to put a cap on, because we had one. Miss Sarah, you were rocking the questions. So just out of fear that we'll only have 1 winner, I'm going to say cap at 2 prizes. Okay. So we're going to pull 3 winners. What you'll do is just tell your consultant, hey, I won a prize. What do I do? And then we'll hook you up. Okay. First winner is Sarah, is it Litchi? Did I say it right? No surprise there. I told you, Sarah was, if you didn't see in there, she has all these questions. Fantastic. Okay, next one. Sarah Litchi. See, I knew, I could feel it. I could feel it. All right. So yeah, Lisa's like, hey girl, way to go. All right, we're going to see how many times it takes us to pull a second name. Oh, here we go. Lindsay Bills. And so Sarah, you're going to get 2 of our door prizes. Lindsay Bills, you're going to get the other prize. I think you're with Christy, so we'll hook you up, girl. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please, before you go, if you haven't put in who your consultant is, do that in the chat. If your name is iPhone or iPhone 2, we need to know who you are, okay? And if you have any additional questions, tell us in the comments so that we can get back with you on those. And then finally, before you go, we need a vote. Of the 4 power tools you saw tonight, which one would you like to see us go more in depth to teach you about in February when we do our next one? So tell us which of those 4 would you like more information about, and we will we'll just highlight them as we go. Okay, so that's all I've got for you today. Thank you to our amazing demoists. Thank you so much, Lisa and Julie and Aaron and Kim. You guys were amazing tonight. And thanks for all of our guests for coming, our consultants. I hope that you picked up some tips for your parties. And we're just so glad to have you here. Thanks for spending the night with us. All right, good night. Bye.